Welcome to Drawfee, where we take your dumb ideas
and make even dumber drawings.
I'm Caldwell.
I'm Nathan.
I'm Jacob.
I'm Julia.
And the shadow remains cast. Y'all, today we are going to be drawing some of the fun, wild, and imaginative holy radiances and demonic demons that lurk within the game Bayonetta.
Bayonetta.
They're fun and flirty.
Fun, flirty, and full of faces.
They put a face on everything. It's a bunch of marble statues, and they came to life, and they're trying to destroy that horny witch, Bayonetta, that we all love so much.
They're trying to destroy that sexy librarian. But they're not gonna, because she's got guns in her shoes.
She's got guns everywhere, my dude.
It's a valuable lesson. Fashion can be weapons.
And it should be.
It should be. It absolutely should be. So I'm the only one that's played this game, so I'm going to be hosting this episode today. I've prepared some celestial aberrations and demons for y'all to draw for me. This is just a fun little show for me today.
Yay! I'm excited. Did someone suggest this?
This was suggested, thank you, by two people. Bizarre PG said, so since you mentioned it, can you guys draw Bayonetta enemies you've never heard of? I really want to see someone try to draw Fortitudo. This was also suggested by Captain Stroon. Thank you all so much. I don't want to waste any more time. I need to see Nathan draw a hideous angel baby. Nathan, I want you to draw Fortitudo.
Fortitudo.
Oh, Fortitudo.
Right in the suggestion. Okay.
Hey, Fortitudo.
So I again, I don't know much about the game, but I am just gonna start off with sort of a cherubish face.
That's great.
And then I guess as you describe more aspects of this this thing, I'll try and incorporate those.
Now, what you're gonna want to do right off the bat is you're gonna want to draw that baby face, but you are gonna want to flip it upside down and make it the body of a dragon.
Okay.
Just real quick.
Okay, so
Just real
upside
quick,
down.
I don't want to rush you.
Okay, well, I'm gonna draw it right side up first.
It needs to be innocent and blessed by God and Laguna and the divine holiness of Paradiso, but also like it does want to destroy the sexy witch. It hates the sexy witch.
Why do they hate the sexy witch so much?
Well, because she's so comfortable and confident in herself.
I mean, she is.
Yeah, and
they
they're
don't
all
like
gross.
that?
They're all gross marble statues that can't fuck.
Oh, so it's fuck envy.
Exactly. Because Bayonetta's like, hey, boys, I can get it and have gotten it. And all the statues are like, God won't let us.
God did not see fit to carve us dongs.
Yea, though we are phallic, we have no dongs and we must weep.
So upside down baby face dragon.
Dragon.
But like statue, right? It's like a dragon statue.
It's like a dragon angel statue with a big old halo up top. And the
Okay.
halo is comprised of glowing glyphs.
Uh-huh.
That's important to know.
Glowing
so just think
glyphs.
about like, I think maybe think of like the weirdest Yu-Gi-Oh character design.
Mm-hmm.
And then just kind of like cover it in gold spray paint. I think that's kind of what you're going to want to go for here.
Okay, and how many legs we got on this dragon?
Just two big old legs.
Just two big old legs. Arms?
No arms. Wings.
Wings? Okay,
Mm-hmm.
So we're gonna get some legs coming in.
So this
Ooh,
dragon
yeah.
is neither dragon nor wyvern.
No.
It's baby. It's Fortitudo.
It's
It's
Fortitudo.
Fortitudo, one of the cardinal virtues that guards heaven. There are four of them. They are known as the Auditio. And God, do they hate the sexy witch so much.
I really want to play this game. You're making me super into it. You're saying all the words I want to hear,
It's so great.
which is a bunch of hot nonsense.
It's the dumbest thing. It feels like a 13-year-old's idea of what like a sexy thing is. Because it's just like the main character uses her hair to attack villains. And the more hair she uses, the less clothes she is wearing.
Hair and clothes are inversely related. That's just
Precisely.
That's just some basic math.
Mm-hmm.
I remember that from my college days as a sexology major.
Oh, they still offering that?
Yeah, well, it's a minor now.
Cool. You were a public health major, sexology minor.
Yeah.
This is great. I do think, Nathan, if you could just like adorn it perhaps more.
Well, I'm getting there, man. What adorn with what? Like should the baby have a like a upside down halo down here?
It's gonna need some more laurels and raiments, is what I'm getting at.
Laurels, huh? So some
it's
leaves.
Need to be just like covered in jangly bits.
Jangly bits. Okay.
It needs to be more of a tabernacle.
Mm-hmm.
Isn't that a church?
Yeah, like a living church.
Make this a church, Nathan.
Uh-huh.
Make me a church.
This is what Hosier meant.
Yeah. He
When
was
you
just
wrote
playing
that.
Bayonetta
Yeah.
when he was writing that song.
Did I mention that the way you defeat these angels is that you transform your hair into demons you've made a pact with. So you can turn your hair into a big fist and punch the angel right in the face. And it doesn't like that one bit.
I did know that about Bayonetta because Julia's been playing Bayonetta in Smash.
Hell yeah.
And we were doing some co-op matches last night where our main strategy was get him in Ness's PK fire, and then Bayonetta swings in with that big fist.
Now, Nathan, you're pretty far into this, and I love what you've got so far. But I did forget one crucial detail.
Uh-huh.
You know how I said it's a dragon?
Mm-hmm.
It's actually two dragons.
No. What does that mean? It's two dragons.
It's two dragons, my man.
But still only two legs?
Yeah.
One for each dragon.
It's like a duplex of dragons.
Okay, so is it like one head coming out the bottom? Or
Yeah, it's more like kind of two heads up top, just sharing some real estate.
Okay, so double heads. It's a double header.
I am glad that you drew the Sydney Opera House for those shoulders, however. So thank you for getting some of that in there.
That's my church. I love some Australian opera.
That's all they play there, only Australian opera. It's the same as regular opera, but just more about how scary the big spiders are. And then there's a lot of songs about, oh no, there's a spider in me trumpet.
These are leg shoulders. These aren't shoulders. They're leg shoulders. It's
Those are
different?
your groin. I think most people will call those hips, but no, leg shoulders. It's much more accurate.
Okay, so we've got bottom halo.
Yeah.
That's where the poopies come out.
No, that's so they don't have to poop.
Oh, okay.
It poops and then it goes through the halo and it just disappears magically.
And then Bayonetta can summon the poops through a portal to fling at her
Bayonetta
foes.
uses the poop as ammunition for her leg guns. I think that's really my only complaint about the sequels is that they didn't add more guns in different places. But yeah, I feel like it would have been fun if like she just kind of had like two on her butt.
Yeah, one on each cheek.
Just one on each cheek.
And do like individual cheek flexes to fire them.
Man, if this is what I thought angels were when I was a kid, I don't think I would have stopped going to church.
I mean, every time I played like a JRPG and had to fight God and it looks like this, I was like, holy shit, is church cool? And then I would go to church and I'd be like, no, still not. Still not.
And I remember, I would ask my pastor, I'd be like, Dr. Jones, does God look like this? And I would hold up a picture of Sefer Sephiroth with his mini wings, his crab claws.
Yeah.
And my pastor would be like, no, you have to go to church jail now for what you've done. And I would be like, isn't that just the room where they put the donuts? And he'd be like, yes, but you can't have any donuts.
You can look, but you can't touch.
Can I get any hints about these dragon designs, or should I?
I like what you're doing here. I think just go full steam ahead. You're almost done.
Okay, and they've got some halos.
Yeah,
Why
there's
not?
actually one big halo behind them.
Oh, I see.
I love that look.
It's like one of these. It's like one of these.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wish that I
Okay.
could pull that off.
Yeah.
Some people can, some people can't, you know? Some people just look ridiculous with the big halo behind them.
Yeah, just like spinning and exemplifying my radiance.
Yeah.
That'd be nice.
My goal in 2019 is to be more radiant.
I think that's good. That's a good goal.
That is a good goal.
Currently, I would say that you're lustrous, but you're not quite radiant yet.
Yeah, not yet. I'm working on it. I've been polishing all my bits every night and every day, so hopefully I'll get there.
Have you thought about covering yourself with celestial mechanisms?
I've thought about it, but I don't want to be gaudy, you know?
Yeah. Just like, what about like one gyre? If you just like one flaming gyre that you mounted on your back.
I want to wear my normal clothes, but then just put on a night helmet. And just go around like that in my day-to-day.
Normal clothes, totally just like, button down, some chinos, and then just, I guess just like one flaming gauntlet with a giant metallic eye mounted on the wrist. You know when you go to like a restaurant and they ask you to wear a jacket, and if you don't have a jacket, they'll lend you one? I want restaurants to start doing that. They'll have like business casual and like business formal, and then like heavenly regalia, like God's lieutenants.
Some epic tier purples.
Sir, only epic tier purples are allowed to dine here. You can borrow one of ours, but they are only green or blue.
I only have my PvP gear on me tonight. Dang it.
Nathan, this is swell.
Is it good? Did I do it?
It's so good. You did too good, honestly. It looks pretty much exactly like it. Do you want to see the result?
Wow, yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
You missed his tail.
Yeah, I forgot tail.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, jangly bits. Definitely more jangly bits on there than...
We don't have time for all that.
If you saw this thing coming at you, you'd hear it from a mile away. Because it's just really a lot of scraping, a lot of jangling. It's got like a lot of ant jewelry on, I would say.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Absolutely.
This is a family reunion caliber angelic dragon.
It's like your aunt that makes her own jewelry and is wearing too much of it. That's what this dragon has got going on. All right. Well, Nathan, I think it's time to add this to the book of heavenly choruses. It's perfect. It can join the first sphere and defend heaven and Laguna. But it's time to move on. Jacob, are you ready for a drawing?
Yes, I'm ready.
Wonderful. This is not actually a angel. This is a demon that can help you. It's kind of like an assist demon in the game. And its name is Little Devils, Infernal Bad Boys.
Wait.
Little Devils, Infernal Bad Boys?
Is there a colon in there somewhere?
There's a comma. There is a oh so important comma in that sentence. Little Devils, Infernal Bad Boys.
Ooh, baby. I love the sound of that.
I would watch that show.
Do you want me to read you a little inscription about them?
I would love that.
All right. The Little Devils, loyal to King Zero. Summoned by using the Infernal Communicator, Bayonetta is able to temporarily contract the Little Devils, calling upon the power to attack her foes. And they just kind of look like some little guys.
Some little devils.
Yeah, sure.
Mm-hmm.
How many little devils do you get?
As many as you want. But you are going to need to use 4 magic orbs.
Oh, okay.
That's a lot of orbs.
Mm-hmm.
These better be some pretty bad boys.
Yeah. Now, Jacob, the only thing I want to give you for these
Sure.
is there's skulls and their hair.
Skulls in their hair?
There's skulls and their hair. That's the two components of these creatures.
Wait.
Skulls and hair.
There's skulls and their hair?
No, there's skulls and hair.
That's like all of it?
Yeah.
That's the whole thing?
That's the whole thing, baby.
I was drawing a whole body here.
Yeah, but if
I guess I can keep working with this.
Bayonetta rules, anything hair can be anything.
Yeah, hair is
Sure.
transmutable.
Hair could be a giant fist if you want it to be.
Hair can be a giant
Sure can.
a giant stompy foot. My favorite thing is when Julia plays Bayonetta in Smash Bros.
Mm-hmm.
She just tries to find an area of the stage where she can lie down.
Yeah, she just kind of hangs out.
Her crouch is just she does like a sexy lay down.
She lays down and puts her head in her hand like she's watching. So I kind of just like to pick a corner and watch Jacob and Nathan fight it out and just lay down and watch. Jacob and I were playing co-op, and I was Bayonetta and he was Ness, but it really just looked like a mom like on a day out with her son.
Yeah,
And she really didn't want to.
sort of helicopter parenting.
Yeah, she just kind of like, I just sat in the back and laid down and had my head in my hands and just watched little Ness PK fire everyone.
That's my boy.
Yeah, it's like, that's my little tot. Ha!
Also, my new like headcanon AU is that Bayonetta and Ganondorf are married. and Ness is their son.
Oh my God, power family.
Because we were doing some Bayo Ganondorf fights too, and they look good together, I gotta say.
Yeah,
That's
they're fun.
that's the PK family.
And then Snake is Ganondorf's old college roommate who comes to visit sometimes.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
They call him Uncle Snake, but he's not related.
Jacob, I got to say, this is way off, but I really like it.
I decided I just wanted to have fun.
That's allowed.
And it's like a little devil infernal bad boy. Imagine this little guy coming and hanging out with you.
I love him. I think that this person would be a bad influence on Ness, honestly.
Probably so. Like, Bayonetta wants to keep the infernal bad boys away from her sweet son.
Yeah, she was friends with the infernal bad boys back in her heyday, but now she's got to focus on parenting, and the bad boys keep coming around and are like, "Hey, let us hang out with your son."
Bayonetta's just like, what happened to your good friend Lucas? He was such a sweet boy. Why are you hanging out with these ruffians now?
If you keep hanging out with him, you won't get into Montessori school. She's kind of like Miss Piggy, but bigger and more like raven-haired and sexier, which if that's even possible.
I'm going to say no, it's not possible.
No.
Nice try, Caldwell.
Everyone here on Drawfee can agree that no one is sexier than Miss Piggy. Because confidence is sexy.
Yeah, this is a
I
Drawfee
agree.
official stance.
Jacob, do you want to just like copy paste this bad boy and then we can look up what it really looks like?
I mean, that's exactly what I plan to do.
I know your heart.
They're all just doing little floats.
Yeah, they're all just doing little floats, and the more you summon, the more of this asshole are here. Doing little floats, floating about.
Jacob, this is such a good design. We were just talking about Smash Bros. Where you were designing a cool character.
Yeah, this is very good. This is better than what it looks like in the game. I only picked this one because it had a funny name, but you've honestly done such a good job of expanding what this could be. There, yep, no,
Yep.
all the way upside down.
All the way upside down. And then I want one who's the other way.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
So now we can see how bad my, what's it called?
Proportions?
Proportions
mirror
are.
test.
Thank you.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah, not half bad.
That's pretty good.
This one's really far away.
Yeah. He's like, "Way up, guys.
He's
I'm a
way
bad
ass
boy
back
too."
You know, we were talking about celestial raiments and incorporating more radiant attire into our wardrobe, but I think maybe just like skulls could also be a really good fashion thing for 2019.
Skullpunk.
Yeah.
The look. Oh, he's big.
Oh, that one's very close.
There he is.
This one's peeking in.
Do you know who this reminds me of? It reminds me of that suit of armor Barry from Full Metal Alchemist.
Oh,
Barry the
yeah.
Barry
Chopper.
Chopper. Reminds me of him and then also Lobo from DC Comics.
Oh, I remember Lobo.
Both well-designed characters, so good job, Jacob.
Thank you. I'm going to look up
Look up the real ones.
Little Devils, Infernal. What is
Little
it?
bad boys.
Oh, are they these guys? Do they have scythes?
Yeah, they got scythes.
And they're like balls of hair with jewels on them?
Oh, I see.
They're basically like if Bayonetta coughed up a hairball.
They look like a one piece.
They
yeah,
do kind of
do
look like a One Piece.
they very much look like a One Piece.
And I would have said that, but that would have spoiled it if I had just said, hey, Jacob, draw me some One Pieces.
These aren't.
If Bayonetta coughed up a One Piece hairball, I would have produced this exact image.
I like these little fellas, though. I think you did better.
I like these guys too. I'm happy with what I've done.
That's just skulls. That's just skulls on hair. That's not a devil. That's just a skull on a hair.
Nathan, in Bayonetta, skulls on hair, devils can be anything.
Devils can be anything, and hair can be anything. Therefore, devils can be hair.
All the rules are out. Shoes can be guns, guns can be shoes. Your rules don't matter anymore, Nathan.
Damn.
One dragon can be two dragons.
One dragon can be two dragons and a baby. My favorite movie.
Julia, you ready to hop in?
Yes, I am.
All right.
Okay, here we go, Julie. I saved the best for last.
Okay.
You're going to be drawing the cardinal virtue, Justitia.
Excuse me?
The cardinal virtue, Justitia.
All right.
Eusticia? Meesticia? Whosticia?
Justicia.
Let's call the
Justitia.
whole thing off and launch a war against heaven, as the song goes. This is Justitia, a.k.a. Justice.
Oh,
It is You know how Nathan's design was one baby head
Yeah.
and a dragon? Well, this one is just a bunch of heads.
Just a bunch of heads, huh?
Just a bunch of heads, but guess what? We're not done. The heads all have tentacles that come out of their mouths, and on the tips of those tentacle tongues are baby faces. Go.
That's what I think of when I think of justice.
Yeah, the visage of justice.
All right. This is what we've done to me today, huh?
A bunch of heads, what's got little heads coming out of their mouths.
And they are kind of thorny as well. They're like thorny whips with baby heads on the ends. And there's also some kind of a radiant pattern emitting from inside the sphere.
There's a sphere now?
No, the heads form a sphere. It's like a big ball of faces.
It's a ball of heads with thorny tongues. With
I don't know why you're having so
baby
much
heads
trouble
on
with
the
this,
end.
Julia.
Okay.
Just draw a ball of heads. It's not complicated.
Okay.
draw a ball
I'm
of
just gonna
heads.
let's start off with a circle. Okay?
As all art must.
As all art must.
Just picture a ball of heads that the sexy Umbran witch needs to punish.
So what part of the game are we in when we're fighting Eusticia?
I believe this is like the last third of the game. There's kind of
Okay.
like 4 bosses, and this is one of the last ones. The thing about this game, though, is that like most action games, you fight this and then you fight its clones like 20 times later when
I
you're
see.
like the final cosmic level of the game. But when you fight it for the first time, it's a real big ordeal. So you better pack. Here's a little tip: just pack a lot of extra lollipops, which are how you get health in the game. I can't tell you how much this is such a good game.
That's just cute. That's just a fun, cute little... I wish I could have been in the dev meeting when someone was like, we've got all these health potion designs, but I was thinking, what if they were lollipops?
And not just any lollipops, they're little butterflies. Well, that's because the demon that she made a pact with is Madame Butterfly. I was on the wiki all this morning, Nathan, and I know a lot about Bayonetta now.
You can confess, Caldwell. Just said that you replayed the game obsessively. It's fine. You're in a safe place.
I replayed in my head, and I think about all of the little... Every time you beat a boss, there's like a little ending cutscene where Bayonetta does a sassy dance and then murders an angel. And I just think about them often because it's pure comedy gold. There's one scene where you destroy a celestial object that's shaped like a ball by playing volleyball with it with a bunch of
Nice.
your hands and legs. And it's just very good. It's played for laughs. So much of the game is played for laughs, and I appreciate that.
I want a game that's played for laughs. I'm not playing for cries. I'm playing for laughs.
I need a game where you fall down sometimes, but it's okay because Mickey's there and he pick you up.
Is Mickey in this game too? I wish.
Mickey is in this game. That's the weirdest part.
What?
Mickey's in this game, and he's like, "Gosh, you sure are a sexy lady."
Well, because Mickey is a demon. I think that is canon. That Walt Disney made a pact with a mouse demon to build his empire.
I think we could say that Mickey is a little bad boy,
Yeah.
an infernal bad boy.
Bayonetta is important for like the development of Mickey's character because it's the first time canonically that Mickey gets really horny.
Yeah,
And he says that in the game.
yeah, like, and
Yeah.
then Minnie's like, "You mean all these times you were with me, you were never horny?" And Mickey's like, "No, I guess not.
Never really thought about it till now, but yeah.
I mean, you basically just look like me, but with a bow on your head and eyelashes. So, I'd have to be pretty egotistical to find that attractive."
The second disc of this game gets really wild when Mickey shows up.
The second
And-
disc.
Goofy's like, "Mickey, no, you can't get horny. Remember, you promised."
It does. You actually the plot of Kingdom Hearts doesn't make any sense unless you've played Bayonetta.
Oh, there we go. Mm-hmm.
Oh, this is rad.
Now, Julia, I will say,
Yes.
this is a great face orb that you've drawn, but it's actually several faces all kind of like glued together. So if you could just slap some more faces on there when you get a chance, that'd be real swell. Remember what I was talking to Nathan about adornment? Instead of jewelry, this thing just has more faces.
Okay.
which I think would also be a good Met Gala theme.
Just
Yeah.
more faces.
Yeah.
Everybody goes wearing at least two other attendees' faces as masks.
Yeah, like a porcelain mask of Zendaya.
This looks like a deleted panel from Watchmen, where Dr. Manhattan takes some bad acid.
Yeah, Dr. Manhattan does this, and Richard Nixon is like, wow, great stuff. I'm going to send you to fight in a war.
Oh, this
Oh,
one's
I
happy.
like this face.
This is good.
That's a good face.
Mm-hmm. Oh, look at that little chirp.
That's a little chirp. God, it's a face crown. Julia! This rules.
This is dope. It feels very like Marvel Comics in the 1990s.
Yeah, I could see that.
Okay. And then, like, they just had a lot of weird adornment shit in Bayonetta, right?
Jangles.
Jangles.
Yeah,
Jangles
jangly
and
bits.
Bangles.
Jangly bits.
This is definitely not an Episcopalian church. This thing is fully Adornist, fully Catholic.
Yeah.
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 We love our shiny
Oh.
bits.
It's important to show God how much you love them by spend a lot of money.
Yep.
Yeah, by just jangling your jewelry around when you're in church.
And on the sixth day, God created all the jangles, and He said, "Go get them, go get them, put them on your face,
Jangle up, losers.
put them all on you."
You said
There
you said
we
they
go.
ended baby faces, right?
Mm-hmm.
They do.
Oh,
Some of them end in little Venus flytraps, and some of them end in baby faces. Just dealer's choice, I think, a little bit.
I'm
Venus
getting
flytrap, huh?
I'm getting some like Thomas the Tank Engine vibes from these
Yeah.
little like tubies with just face at the end.
I may have some experience drawing 2B faces.
So I'm getting kind of a Nobi boy.
Oh my God,
this.
Caldwell! You can't reference Nobi boy.
I will. I can and I will.
What's Nobi Boy?
Nathan, you don't know about Nobi boy?
I-
The boy who's long?
Nobi, no, I don't. I don't Nobi, no.
It was a game by the Katamari creator that nobody played because it was fucking weird as shit.
It was kind of like, you know that old game Snake you had on your phone?
Uh-huh.
Where you would eat apples and grow long?
Yeah.
It's like that, but there's no point to growing long.
Well, you're growing long.
You just grow long for the heck of it.
So let me lay this out for you. You're a boy in the game, and you go down to the planets and you eat a bunch of shit to grow long, and then you fly back up into space to deposit your length into girl, which is a big celestial long girl, and she's trying to reach the sun. And all players who play the game contribute to this overarching cause of getting girl to reach the sun.
That's beautiful.
That is
think.
pretty beautiful. Did they ever get her there?
Yeah, I think they did.
So now the game's done.
The game is done. Yeah.
That's a good that's a good way to design a game. A game that ends and then no one can play it after that.
You can still play it, but the grand purpose is complete.
Great.
Now, Jacob, you played it, right?
Yeah.
And you got long, too, in real life.
Yeah, I did. I got very long when I played it. And
If you play it for a long time, your arms just get real long and wiggly.
yeah, and you have to wait for them to shorten back up again.
Mm-hmm.
Guys, what if instead of saying you got hard, you said you got long?
I think it's kind of like getting loose. You're just kind of like loosening up. You're cracking a cold one. And sure, maybe you're a little horny.
Too long
reasonable.
to care.
Oh, it's the weekend. I got to get Nobi up in here.
I feel like if this was any other drawing challenge and Julia just came up with this, we'd be like, what the fuck? But because this is Bayonetta and she's just drawing what you described, I'm just sort of watching it and marveling at the craft of it. But I'm not upset by this because we already have a precedent.
Yeah, Caldwell did all the work for me by telling me exactly what it is.
Yeah, this is exactly right.
You took my threads and you built this beautiful sweater out of them. And then you did put a bunch of angel baby faces on the sweater. But that was what you were supposed to do. Like, it's not 100% accurate, but it's definitely an interpretation. Like if you bought the art book for Bayonetta, this would definitely be like their first draft.
I'm excited to see what it actually
And
is.
it should have been their last
Yeah.
draft.
They strayed from the truth, I think is what happened. This is what it should have
Yeah.
been. Julia, could you add in one more mollusk arm?
Oh, yeah.
Thank you. Just like a real like clam with a big old foot tongue coming out of it would be wonderful.
What are some of Justice's attacks?
Yeah, it whips at you with its vines. I think sometimes the baby will try and eat you. And I think it just kind of is like, it's just swiping at you. It's got a lot of swipey bits.
Sometimes the baby will try and eat you.
It's kind of half-hearted about it.
And then you got to activate witch time so that the baby won't eat you.
Mm-hmm.
Damn, that's another thing I wish I had in real life going for me.
Which time?
Witch time.
Yeah.
Like if you dodge
That's like-
perfectly in real life,
hmm
everything goes into slow motion for a while.
Yeah, you go into slow motion for a bit, and you finally have time to, catch up on your emails. And like you're emailing, you're like, "Hey, sorry, it took me so long to get back to you. I was finally able to activate witch time by doing a perfect dodge. So yeah, maybe next Tuesday."
I got so much work done. I need someone constantly swinging a large sword at me so that I can activate witch time and get my projects done. Sorry, boss. I didn't get my report done this week because the guy who normally swings a sword at me to activate my witch time was sick. I accidentally comboed him too hard and he died.
See, I accidentally put him in a sexy guillotine. So many self-help books neglect to mention how good activating witch time can be. Because they're all, they say that it's bad for you to constantly have an angel baby swinging a giant glaive at your head.
Yeah.
And it's like, no, like, you gotta live hard, you gotta play hard.
Yeah, when they talk about that like 10,000 hours thing, it's those hours are measured in witch time.
Malcolm Gladwell is an Umbran witch.
Yeah.
It's a fun fact.
Prove me wrong, Malcolm Gladwell.
Imagine going into church and they're like, and God sent down justice. And this is just a mural like on the back of the church. It's just this multi-tentacled mouth face man thing.
I went to church and this was not there. And had this been there, I would have been a lot more scared of this than I was of the devil, who always seemed pretty cool and chill and just like playing pranks on God.
Julia,
got
have you reached completion?
I think so. Am I missing anything else, Caldwell? I have
I'm not
those,
missing a
right?
single thing.
Anytime Julia has like created the most intricate drawing and then says, "Am I missing anything?"
Do you want to see what this actually looks
Yep.
Yes, please.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Oh,
So
wait, yeah.
there is
The
definitely some similarities here.
like? Yeah,
Oh, those faces are just all over the place.
they're all over the place.
They really are just a haphazard patchwork of faces,
Yeah,
huh?
you tried to make yours make too much sense, Julia.
Yeah.
Wow. Wow.
You did capture the crown really well, though.
Thank you.
I say no to this.
I say no to that thing.
Do y'all think we should try and activate witch time and destroy it with one of our Umbran summons?
I would love to,
Yeah.
frankly.
Okay. It's going to take all of our hair, though.
That's
Dang.
fair.
Even my beard?
Nathan, if you use that beard, you could gain so much power, but you would be only wearing your socks, unfortunately.
Dang. Well, that's a risk
But-
I'm gonna have to take.
It's a trade-off. Well, y'all, thank you. These were so good. Honestly, they're all a little too close.
Yeah.
I feel like y'all did too good a
Well,
job.
what happened was you just described them. You ju-
Yeah. Should I have not done
You
that?
didn't let us go. You didn't let us be free.
You described them physically, so we knew what to draw.
Well, there's no way to outwild Bayonetta.
That's
Yeah.
also true. I think this was good. I think this was a fun Caldwell describes Bayonetta bosses to us, and we did it.
Absolutely. Well, I enjoyed it. It was a fun trip down memory lane. I hope y'all liked it. Good luck out there getting long. I hope you have a Nobi weekend, and we're sorry.
And check out Dropout. It's College Humor streaming service that we've got shows on. It's available internationally. And if you like Drawfee, we think you'd like Cartoon Hell a lot. But there are also a bunch of other shows on there that are real good, like What the Fuck 101 and Fantasy High. And it's the best way to support Drawfee directly, if that's something you're interested in doing. We'd appreciate it. And
watch our show.
please watch our show. And, of course, subscribe to the channel if you don't already.
Yeah, and listen to Not Another D&D podcast
Hey.
if you don't mind.
Do that. Watch Big City Greens.
Yeah, watch Big City Greens. If you don't, this thing's going to come for you.
It's gonna get you.
It's real. Say your prayers. But I guess don't say your prayers because it loves your prayers. and
It
it'll
loves
gobble
to
them up.
yum yum yum. This is where your prayers go.
This is where your prayers go. We're sorry.
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 Sorry.